So let's get started in Sukhasana. Comfortable seated position. The spine is elongated. Hands may be relaxed on top of the knees or thighs. The ears are stacked on top of the shoulders, and the eyes are relaxed. Your breathing becomes steady, slower, and fuller. We'll set an intention for our practice today. Just any word that comes to mind, any virtue that you'd like to cultivate. Go ahead and silently say that to yourself and devote your practice towards that word or phrase. Give yourself permission to be present for this next 30 minutes. And from here, we'll slowly begin to incorporate movement with our breath, doing some seated cow-cat. So as we inhale, our hands may crawl towards our hips, up our thighs as we arch our spine and gaze up towards the ceiling for cow. And then maybe the hands come forward, back towards the knees as you round through the spine. And tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone for cat. Inhale, back to cow. Gaze is up, shoulders are down. And exhale, hands travel towards the knees as we round and tuck our chin. One more time, inhale, gazing up for cow. And exhale, rounding in for cat. Next inhale brings you to a neutral spine. Reach your arms up towards the sky, gazing up past your fingertips. And then on your exhale, we'll twist towards our right. Right hand lands behind, left hand on right knee. Gently gazing over right shoulder. Finding length through the spine as you inhale. And gentle twist towards the right as you exhale. Keeping left hand where it is. Inhale, side bend over to your left, reaching right arm up and over. And breathe here, creating space on right side body, pushing your right hip down towards the earth if it begins to hover. Next breath, release. Coming back to center, and then switch out your front leg. So just switching the cross of your legs. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, twisting over towards your left. Right hand lands on left knee. Find length as you inhale. Exhale, twist. Inhale, keep right hand where it is, and then side bend over towards your right, reaching left arm up and over. Grounding through left hip. creating space on left side body. And then next breath, release, coming back to center. And then we'll roll over our knees, coming into a tabletop position here. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze for cow. Exhale, rounding in for cat. Inhale, back to your tabletop position, neutral spine, extend the right leg long, foot is flexed. Create length here. One long line from the crown of your head all the way to right heel. Push firmly away with your hands, engage the core. Tuck the tailbone slightly. Inhale here, and then exhale, curl knee into nose. Rounding through the spine, creating as much space as possible. And then we'll plant our right foot between our hands, allowing yourself to grab onto your ankle and pull it forward if you need to. Coming into a low lunge here. So maybe you wiggle the left knee back to widen the gap a little bit and find a little stretch in the left hip. Breathing here. Option to have hands on the earth, coming up onto your fingertips, or maybe using blocks to bring the earth closer. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Send the hips back towards your heel, straightening through right leg, maybe lifting right toes, flexing towards your face for half splits. Option to stay here if this feels yummy, or take this as a flow, inhaling, coming back to low lunge, and then exhale, half splits. Feeling length created in our right hamstring. On your next inhale, as you come into low lunge, plant your hands and then sweep the right leg back to meet the left. This time it moving towards the other side, extend left leg long, foot is flexed. Close the left hip, pointing the hips down like headlights towards the earth. Inhale. Exhale, curl knee to nose, create space, round through the back. Create as much space as possible, and then plant the foot between the hands, giving it a little help if you need to. Maybe wiggle right knee back to find that yummy zone for the right hip stretch. Breathing in here. Breathing out, coming into a half split, maybe flexing toes towards face. Option to stay or take it as a flow. Listening to your body and doing what feels good for you today on this side. We meet back in low lunge towards the top of our mat. Hands plant, and then left foot comes back to meet the right. Tuck the toes, and then send your hips back and up for our first downward facing dog. Maybe a little bit tight today, so perhaps walking the dog, coming up onto your tippy toes and lowering the heels. Just make the movement slow and intentional with your breath. Maybe shake the head, yes and no, releasing any tension in the neck. Coming up onto our tippy toes, bend through the knees, push the torso back towards the thighs, and then step or hop towards the top of your mat. Inhale for a halfway lift, creating length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms skyward. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Moving into sun salutation A, reach the arms high as you breathe in. Exhale, folding forward, bow down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, stepping back into high plank. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweeping skyward. Exhale, draw that energy down towards the heart. One more time. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, create length. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Next, inhale, right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, warrior 1. Hands lift towards the sky, inhale. Exhale, find eagle arms, left arm under, right arm over. Reach the elbows closer towards the sky, looking up. Breathe in. Exhale, find a humble warrior, keeping your eagle arms. So folding inside of right knee. Inhale, coming back up, warrior 1. And as you exhale, pivot left foot, so toes come towards the front of your mat. And then push your weight into the right side, moving into warrior 3, keeping your eagle arms. Find your balance. See if you can push the elbows a little farther away from the body. Next, inhale, see if you can move left foot forward into one-legged mountain without touching the ground. And then on your exhale, left ankle over right knee, figure 4. Sinking the hips down low. Still creating space between your elbows and your chest to find a little stretch in the upper shoulders here. Breathe here. And on your exhale, coming into full eagle pose, maybe finding left foot binds behind right calf. Sink down a little bit lower. Reach elbows a little bit higher. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, unwind the legs, unwind the arms. Hands come down towards the earth as left foot goes up towards the sky for standing splits. Breathe in. And breathe out. See if you can send the left foot a little bit higher. Hands walking closer to right foot. Exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee tucks in behind the right knee. Inhale back to standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale, standing split. Exhale, Shiva squat. Option to stay in your Shiva squat or play with baby grasshopper. If you'd like to play, bring left palm of hand down towards the earth and right hand grabs outer edge of left foot. Send the left leg long towards the right side as you lower the hips towards the earth and find chaturanga arms and the left elbow. Breathing in here and breathing out. Slowly sliding your leg back towards the body to release, coming back in to standing splits. And then exhale, Shiva squat. And then keeping the legs as they are, go ahead and sit down so that you're coming into a seated twist with right foot on the outside of left thigh. Inhale, reach your arms high. And exhale, twisting over towards your right. Breathe in here, gazing over right shoulder, and breathe out. From here, we'll continue to circle back towards the back of your mat, unwinding your legs, and coming into downward facing dog. Facing the opposite direction this time. Inhale, left leg goes long, three-legged dog. Exhale, step it forward, warrior one. Reaching the arms high. Find your eagle arms, this time right arm under, left arm over, or whatever is opposite for you. Reach the arms higher, and then exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, coming back up into warrior one. Pivot on the right foot, pushing forward. Find your warrior three. Close the hips. Right foot is flexed. Inhale. Exhale, sweeping right leg forward, coming into one-legged mountain. And then crossing right ankle over left knee, sitting back into your figure four. Keeping your eagle arms, find your balance. If you tumble, smile, that means you're human. On your next inhale, go ahead and find your full eagle pose. Right foot binds behind left thigh, left calf, and sit down a little bit lower. Lift the elbows a little bit higher. Squeezing thighs together. Unwind everything, sending the right leg high, standing splits. Inhale here. Exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck right knee behind left knee. Inhale, send the right leg high. Exhale, Shiva squat. Inhale. Exhale. Option to stay in your Shiva squat, or if you took baby grasshopper on the other side, try it again on this side. Right hand plants, left hand grabs outside edge of right foot. Extend right leg long as you sink the hips down low and find chaturanga arm on the right. Pushing yourself back up to release. Inhale for standing splits. Exhale, Shiva squat. And then go ahead and sit with your legs crossed. This time, left foot is on the outside of right thigh. Inhale, reach your arms high. Exhale, twisting towards your left. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release, coming back to center. And this time we'll circle back towards our left to come back towards the top of our mat. Coming into a child's pose here. Melting forehead towards the earth. Inhale as you rise through tabletop. And then mermaid your feet, legs over towards one side to bring the feet out in front of you. Go ahead and lay back on your backs. Stretch the legs out long. And then on an inhale, we'll come up into a Navasana boat pose. Whichever variation you like. Legs can be bent. They can be extended long. Hands can be extended level with the shins. Maybe they come behind the body, fingers pointing same direction as toes, giving yourself a little bit more support. Just continue to breathe wherever you are, finding length through the spine, broadening through the collarbones, relaxing the shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale, lower arms and legs, torso towards the earth, hover above the earth. Exhale back to your high boat. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, high boat. Last time, inhale, hover. Exhale, lift. Inhale, go ahead and lower everything down towards the earth. Position yourself for bridge. Walking feet in as close to your seat as you can. Maybe fingertips can reach out and tickle the heels. And then on an inhale, lifting hips towards the ceiling. Putting all the work in the quads, not the glutes. See if you can ground through the soles of your feet. Lift the hips a little bit higher. And then option to stay as you are. Maybe arms are along the sides of the body. Maybe crawling shoulder blades in towards each other. And finding a clasp of the hands beneath the low back. Pinkies finding their way closer towards your heels. Or maybe the arms are outstretched long overhead for a variation here. Gently lower wherever you are to tap. Just tap the floor with your hips and then straight back up on your inhale, back to bridge. Engaging the quads. Rooting through the soles of the feet. Maybe lifting the heels, coming up onto the balls of the feet, the tippy toes. Maybe one leg extends long towards the ceiling and then lowers, and the other leg extends towards the ceiling and lowers. Heels gently lower towards the earth, and spine unrolls one vertebrae at a time towards the earth. Draw knees into chest, gently rocking from side to side, massaging the sacrum. Maybe using the knees, keeping the knees glued together to draw big circles along the ceiling with your knees. Slow circles in one direction with your breath. And when that feels complete, take it in the other direction. Soles of feet come towards the earth. Take your feet as wide as your mat and just tick-tock the knees from one side to the other. Next time the knees make it to the right side, allow the knees to stay. Maybe open the arms wide into a T or cactus arms. Gaze can be up or towards the left. Inhale, coming through center. Exhale, knees fall towards the left. Gaze is up or towards the right. Inhale, coming back to center. One last time, drawing knees into chest, giving yourself a tight squeeze. Gentle rock from side to side. Maybe taking a happy baby. Shoulder stand. Waterfall pose to close out your practice. Whatever your body is calling for, don't feel that you have to do as I say. If you need something, go there. Using your own body, your own sensations to guide you through the practice. And perhaps you're already ready to begin to make your way toward Shavasana, our final pose. So there's no rush, make your way there. Whatever that means for you to be in a resting position today. I'll guide you with how I feel most comfortable most days. But again, listen to your own bodies. I like to extend my legs out long, and I'm not confined towards the corners of my mat. So especially if you're in the comforts of your own home, take up space. So maybe your feet come off the mat onto the floor. My feet splay in opposite directions. My arms are almost kind of in between a T and a Y. Palms facing up. Gentle tuck of the chin to lengthen through cervical spine. Eyes are closed. Breath becomes steady. No longer manipulated. Flows naturally. As my mind begins to wander, And just bring it back to the breath. Bring your attention to scan through your entire body, starting with the crown of your head, moving through every component of your head, your face, your mouth. Where can you let go? Traveling down through the torso, the hips. Your attention travels along your legs all the way down to your toes, releasing any tension until you're completely relaxed, completely surrender to the earth beneath you. As you rest in your Shavasana. As you bring yourself back to the present moment, we do so with just tiny movements. Maybe just a flicker of the fingers or toes. Maybe taking a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Maybe rolling wrists and ankles. As you gently make your way to your favorite side, just quickly passing through fetal position for one breath. As you make your way back up to a seated position, your eyes can remain closed. Your hands are drawn to heart center. And just take a moment to express gratitude to yourself for taking a moment for self-care, to do something good for yourself. Gently bow the forehead towards the fingertips. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.